All things considered, I think it's time that Eddie Howe made some changes in our match against Sheffield United tomorrow. The fixtures are coming thick and fast. All things considered, after a retiring trip to Milan, we've got Man City in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday. We're playing a relegation battle inside against Sheffield United on Sunday. Niggles and injuries thrown in. I think it's time Eddie Howe took some risks. It's coming up. Welcome back, it's Eddie here from Tyneside Life. I think it's fair to say that at the moment Newcastle United aren't quite clicking. The performances aren't quite there. We seem to be going through a sticky patch, and you could psychoanalyse this for hours as to why that might be the case. And of course there are going to be lots of moving parts that could cumulatively come to the reason that we're not quite clicking. I'm a little bit concerned about where Sandro Tonali's head is. He has admitted that he has struggled to adapt in England and life here, and of course he's got his girlfriend here, coming from a city like Milan, coming from a club like AC Milan, European giants that they are. It must be really difficult for him. So you don't know what effect that distraction that he might be going through brings into the dressing room. I don't know. I want him to succeed because he's a superb player, and I really hope he starts doing well. Bruno, Eddie Howe intimated in the Brentford pre-match conference that he might be lacking a little bit of confidence. I think he played a little bit better against AC Milan, but there's all sorts of things going on as well. We'll have new players come into the squad which could just a little bit just kind of disrupt the family and the community and the environment of the dressing room, so it may take a little bit of time. Of course he's still jiggling things around to try and find out what his best team is. Plus we've got more fixtures now, so he has to start considering rotating the squad. We've got injuries. Eddie Howe, of course, has never managed at this level of intensity or level, so this is all new to him. This is a massive steep learning curve. All we can do is just get behind the process and Eddie Howe and the team and give them our full support. But all things considered, Sheffield United on Sunday, tomorrow. I'll be going down for that. Make sure you don't miss out on my videos, so subscribe down there so you get a notification when they come out. Tough fixture, Sheffield United. All of these Premier League matches are tough. In particular, Sheffield United, with all due respect to Sheffield United, are probably going to be a relegation battling side this season. Of course, as well, they're riddled with injuries. They're a bit of a wounded animal. And saying all that, Paul Heckingbottom, I'm sure, is going to have the team well drilled. He'll be saying to Sheffield United, their lads, this is an ideal opportunity to play Newcastle United. They're a little bit out of sorts. They haven't hit form. They've just come back from Milan. They've got Man City out of one eye on Tuesday. Great time to play Newcastle. Get at them from the first whistle for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Get an early goal. Settle their crowd down. I'm sure that's what we'll be saying. They'll see this as an ideal opportunity to get 3 points over us, and we have to do something to counter that, but also as well by having one eye on the Man City game on Tuesday. So there's going to have to be some squad rotations, and I think it's time in this particular match that Eddie took some risks and did make some quite a few changes with a team that I would put out that I think would win against Sheffield United. And if you've been following my videos, you'll know that my team forecast for the starting 11 has been spot on for the Brentford and the AC Milan match, apart from one position on both games, and that was the forward right hand position where Miggy normally plays. I've been wrong on both occasions where I've chose Miggy. Of course, Brentford we had Anthony Gordon, and AC Milan we had Jacob Murphy. This is what I think Eddie Howe should do on Sunday. If you're listening, Eddie, take some risks. I think we should have, and hear me out, Target left back, Burn centre half instead of Botman, give Botman a rest, put him on as leave him as a sub, leave Shaw on as a sub, put Lascelles on at centre half. I think Burn and Lascelles will do a decent enough job. Bring on Tino Livramento at right back, let him start that game. In midfield, I'd have Elliot Anderson on the left, put Longstaff in the middle. Let's see how he copes in that Bruno position. Give Bruno a rest. Put Jacob Murphy on the right hand side. Jacob Murphy is an engine room of running up and down box to box. He'd be good at that. Harvey Barnes up on the left. Give Gordon a rest. Put Wilson in the middle. I think Wilson needs a chance to start the game. I think Isak as well might be having a bit of a knee niggle. And Miggy up on the right. Let's see if I get that one right, third time lucky. That's who I'd put on. Now if the game's going well and say, let's say we're 2-0 up, leave the side as it is. Bring on Lewis Hall at left back, because according to Eddie Howe, he's not quite fit enough. Bring him on with 20 minutes to go. If we're winning, but even if we're not and we're struggling, bring Target off, bring Lewis Hall on. He's going to bring a different dimension, a different attacking feel to the first team, and I think he'll do really well because he needs to be thrown in. But I wouldn't start, in my opinion, Lewis Hall at the beginning of the game. You have to think about the psychological and confidence effect that would have on Matt Target, in effect being dropped down to third choice left back, plus Lewis Hall, according to Eddie, isn't quite fit enough. So start Target on the left, Burn centre half, Lascelles centre half, and Livramento. And if all being well, half an hour, 20 minutes to go, whatever, if we need to, bring on the big guns if we're struggling to get a hold of the match and go on to win it. But in any event, bring on Lewis Hall instead of Matt Target. That's what I would do. We need to rest our big guns for the Man City match, in my opinion, because that's going to be the toughest match. And if we get a result against Sheffield United with that particular squad, resting those players, I think it'll be an absolutely superb 3 points. So it's going to be really interesting who he does pick against Sheffield United. That's what I would do. Time for Eddie to take some risks. Give Lewis Hall, give Livramento a chance, and let's see what they can do.